Imagine holding in your hand a small silver-colored coin that at first glance seems ordinary, but when you look closer, you find yourself staring at a miniature canvas of American history, culture, and state pride. The Rhode Island State Quarter released. In 2001, as part of the legendary United States Mint 50 State Quarters program, is far more than a piece of currency. It is a story, a journey, and a timeless work of art that connects us to the past and carries meaning into the present. And the question is, how did this small coin come to represent the ocean state in such a powerful way? And why does it remain one of the most admired coins of the entire series? The story begins in the late 1990s when the United States Mint unveiled the groundbreaking idea of the 50 State Quarters program, a plan to release a new quarter design for each state over a 10-year period, beginning in 1999 and ending in 2008. The program aimed to honor each state with a reverse design that reflected its unique history, culture, symbols, and values. The Rhode Island Quarter was the 13th coin in the series, released on May 21, 2001, and it immediately drew attention because of its elegant maritime theme, a theme that could not be more fitting for the smallest state in the Union, yet one with one of the richest nautical traditions. The design chosen for Rhode Island was created by Daniel Carr, an artist who captured the state's identity in a striking image. The quarter features a vintage sailboat gliding through Narragansett Bay, its sails open wide as it catches the wind. Behind it stands the Pell Bridge, also known as the Newport Bridge, one of the most iconic landmarks in the state and one of the longest suspension bridges in New England together. The sailboat and the bridge symbolize freedom, innovation, and the enduring connection between Rhode Island's people and the sea. The inscriptions include Rhode Island, the ocean state, and the date of statehood, 1790, reminding us that Rhode Island was the 13th state to join the Union and that it proudly carries the title of the ocean state. To fully appreciate the history behind this quarter, you must look back at Rhode Island's founding and its relationship with the sea. Rhode Island was established by Roger Williams in 1636. After he fled religious persecution in the Massachusetts Bay Colony, he founded Providence plantations on the principles of religious freedom and separation of church and state ideas that would later influence the entire nation. Because of its coastline and deep harbors, Rhode Island quickly became a hub of trade, commerce, and shipbuilding. By the 18th century, the state played a critical role in maritime commerce, including the whaling industry, the rum trade, and the controversial but historically undeniable triangular trade system. Rhode Island shipbuilders and merchants were among the most skilled and ambitious in the colonies, and their success helped fuel the prosperity and growth of the region. When the American Revolution erupted, Rhode Island was one of the first colonies to declare independence in May of 1776, a full 2 months before the Declaration of Independence was signed. Rhode Island's maritime strength gave it an advantage during the conflict, as privateers and merchant vessels turned into armed ships that harassed British supply lines. The deep waters of Narragansett Bay became the site of several important military maneuvers, and Rhode Island sailors played an outsized role in the struggle for freedom. This rich naval legacy is why the State Quarter's sailing theme resonates so deeply. The Pell Bridge featured on the quarter is another symbol of progress and ingenuity, built in 1969. It connects Newport to Jamestown and is one of the longest suspension bridges in New England. Its sweeping design and engineering brilliance are celebrated both for their practical function and for the beauty they add to Rhode Island's coastal landscape. Pairing the bridge with the sailboat was a conscious decision to show the duality of Rhode Island's identity, a balance between its historical traditions of sailing and shipbuilding and its modern achievements in engineering and infrastructure as part of the State Quarters. Program Rhode Island's coin was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco with standard circulation strikes, as well as proof and silver-proof versions. Collectors quickly embraced the coin, not only for its artistic beauty but also for its symbolism. The United States Mint reported that millions of Rhode Island quarters entered circulation, Yet higher-grade specimens and proof strikes became highly desirable among numismatists. The design also sparked local pride within Rhode Island as residents felt the coin captured the essence of their state in a way that was both historically accurate and visually stunning. The program itself was a massive success for the United States Mint, as the 50-state quarters became one of the most collected coin series in history. It brought millions of Americans, young and old, into the world of coin collecting, and it gave each state the opportunity to tell its story through imagery. Rhode Island's quarter stands out, not only because of its design, but also because of the layers of history it represents, from the colonial era to the Revolution, from commerce to modern engineering, from tradition to innovation. The coin serves as a bridge across time. Collectors and historians often remark that the Rhode Island quarter is a masterclass in design balance. The sweeping lines of the sailboat and bridge are framed beautifully within the circular canvas of the coin. The inscriptions are clear and dignified, and the composition is both dynamic and elegant. This has made it a favorite in teaching numismatics and design, as well as a prime example of how a small coin can carry enormous meaning. If you were to expand the story of the Rhode Island quarter into a full historical narrative lasting 2 hours, you would dive deeper into the origins of Rhode Island's maritime culture, the development of its harbors, the rise of Newport as a major seaport, and the role of its sailors and shipbuilders in both war and peace. You would explore the Industrial Revolution in Rhode Island and how the state balanced its seafaring traditions with textile mills and factories. You would trace the construction of the Pell Bridge and its role in connecting communities and fostering economic growth, and you would examine how the state quarters program itself revitalized interest in American coinage at the dawn of the 21st century. Every detail, from the sailboat to the bridge to the inscription, the ocean state, reflects a carefully chosen piece of Rhode Island's identity, and the quarter serves as both a teaching tool and a symbol of pride. It is not merely money, it is a piece of art, a slice of history, and a reminder of the bond between a people and the waters that surround them. And that is the story the Rhode Island quarter tells every time it changes hands, every time it is collected, every time it is studied and admired. It carries with it the weight of history and the spirit of the ocean state.